my paradise.
Ciao everyone! Today we want to take you to explore a little bit of traditional Italian food. What are examples of traditional Italian food? Yes, there are pasta, pizza, risotto, arancini and more. But today we will focus on one of their traditional foods, which is pasta. Di Cecco is an Italian company producing dried pasta, flour and other related food products. It is the third largest manufacturer of pasta in the world. Did you know this product has listed in the best pasta brand in the world 2020? Anyone who has ever pushed a shopping cart down a supermarket aisle is familiar with Di Cecco pasta, which is Italian imported item sold in a royal blue box with a picture of a peasant woman holding a packet of wheat.
Next, we will see the first pasta shape. The earliest pasta shape was a simpler shape which was treated more like a bread dough. It probably didn't have the toothsome quality, also known as al dente. Most of the earliest form of pasta that we consider to be the core of Italian repertoire are such as vermicelli and spaghetti and didn't appear in Italy until the 9th or 10th centuries. This noodle became a widespread once a germ wheat flour was established itself in Sicily and regional food maker learned to work with the semolina flour. It's produced a spaghetti, which means a little string of semolina flour is produced. Spaghetti, which means a little string, was easily to make a dry in a climate of southern Italy. In Italy, these thin noodles were initially cut from a sheet using knife or wire cutter. Almost all the earlier shapes were probably formed by hand, which was a tedious process. So people work on making their production more efficient as the pasta gained importance in their diet. What sparked the most explosion of the pasta shape was the invention of the extrusion press. Version of the extruder had been experimental since the 1300s, but it took the revolution in machinery of the Renaissance to allow the machine to quickly mass-produce pasta, including shapes like elbow macaroni, rigatoni, and tagliatelle. The introduction of the machinery powder by steam in the 1800s during the Industrial Revolution made the process of extruding noodles even more efficient. As a factory-made pasta caught on with the public, manufacturers quickly added pasta of various shapes and sizes to their repertoire. Fantastic shapes like gemelli, radiatory, wagon wheels, and stuffed shell soon crowded the shop.
First century, the first mention of the existing recipe pasta can be read in a book on the art of cooking by Apicius, where he writes about the preparation of fish dish lined with lasagna. 12th century, first historical record of spaghetti production in Sicily. This was recorded by famous Muslim historian Muhammad al-Idrisi, who served as court of Sicilian King Roger II. In 14th and 15th century, production of pasta across Italy became commonplace because the people relied starved pasta production for a longer time period. In 16th century, pasta was consumed as a luxury because the wheat necessary for pasta production had to be imported from regions such as Sicily. The pasta only consumed by the richest people. Pasta was present on the old ships that sailed from Europe and reached the New World, explored South Africa, and more. In 18th century, it's become the daily diet in Italy because a national lack of money caused a drastic reduction in family to buy household items. The kneading machine and press were introduced, allowing opening factory pasta production, and the poor people came buy the pasta at that time. Later, tomato juice was first invented. At 1717, the food that could be easily stored on board ship for long journey need to be produced. The sailor from Amalfi got an idea because their frequent journey to Sicily. They took the Sicilian art of drying pasta that made produce its own drying pasta. Late 19th century, machine mixing dough were invented and electrically controlled drying chambers were introduced. Spaghetti arrived in United States, and then the Italian restaurants around the world started to produce their own pasta. based on this recipe.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone, my name is Nur Najiha. So I will continue with the next point, which is history of packaging design. Well, before I go further with the history of packaging design, I want to let you guys know that Dikeko brand is the one of the best pasta brand in the world on 2021. And one of the reason, of course, come from packaging design, which is packaging design of pasta that start from year 1886 until now 2021. Frequently, packaging design of Dikeko pasta has changed from plastic to box and metal container. This is because plastic packaging design takes up 1,000 years to degrade naturally than the box. And box is also biodegradable and break down much quicker than plastic packaging. And also, box packaging design has much higher recycling rate. But even they make the changes, they still keep the traditional identity of packaging pasta, which is classic color blue and yellow, trademarks brand on the packaging design, picture of woman holding wheat, nature background, and you can see the beautiful sky and cloud in the front of the packaging design to attract the buyers and to let them know that Dikeko brand has still keep the traditional identity.
Dikeko pasta also has different shape of packaging design, as my friend said earlier, which is from plastic to box and metal tin container. They redesign the packaging based on the shape of pasta. For your information, Dikeko brand has different shape of pasta. As you know, before they redesigned the new packaging, it only have one shape of pasta, which is long shape. But now, it has various of shapes like short shapes, broad shapes, and soup shapes. So because of that, they have to change their packaging design to fit the shape I mentioned just now. Next, the identity of the original brand of Dikeko pasta. There is a girl holding two wheat sheeps. For your information, in 1908, the company of Dikeko brand adopted a country girl to holding the two wheat sheeps as a trademark. So the consumers will still recognize their brand even though they change their packaging many times. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
That's all from us. We hope you can learn about Dikeko pasta product in this video. Gracie should be there more.